Okay, everybody. Welcome all to the program. How are you this morning? This is Uncle Bruce from Stock Markets with Bruce, and today's date is Monday, March the 24th, 2025. Welcome from around the world to the show today, coming into the last week of March for 2025, into the first quarter for many corporations. And for all of us, the first 3 months of 2025 are upon us. Thank you for just being here whenever I'm on. Every day during the market run, when the markets are open, I try to be on with you live. 8 o'clock for Gold Bagel members until 8:30, and then 8:30 to about 10:30, give or take, depending on the market. For everyone else, I thank you for joining me today. Great to have you. It looks like a pretty good opening here. The market sure likes a couple of things today. The market is optimistic about a few factors. First of all, the Dow 0.91 of a percentage point, 0.9 of a percentage point higher, 384 points. S&P up just about 65 points, 1.13%, and the Nasdaq now 288.5, up 1.45%. So the Nasdaq is leading the way. That's got to be the Magnificent Seven. And S&P 500 is number 2, and the Dow 30 in third place. All three up smartly. Oil is up 41 cents a barrel, $68.69. We have gold higher at $12 an ounce at $3,033. I was noticing and looking at other indicators here today. For example, the 10-year Treasury note is now at 4.3%. It was sitting at about 4.25, 4.2%. So it's about 0.1% higher on yield. That means the bond prices are a slight bit lower. The U.S. dollar is losing a tiny bit of ground, but not much. The euro is at 108.30. The pound is 129.46. It couldn't get to 130, couldn't hit it. And then the yen, which did hit almost 160 a little while ago, like in the last 6 months, is now around 149.8, just under 150 yen to the dollar, which is sort of in the middle area lately, and just running along. Asia markets were mixed. Asia Dow and the Japan index were slightly lower. Hang Seng and Shanghai and others were slightly higher. Over in Europe, it's interesting to see. It was all green up until half an hour ago. It was green across the London exchange, Germany, France. Now it's mixed. We're down 0.1 of a percentage point in London. We're up 0.1 of a percentage point in Germany. I mean, we don't have any movement here. These indexes are not even moving 10 points other than the DAX. Very calm. And so back to America we go, with now the Dow up 381, S&P up 66, NASDAQ up 294. All right. Taking a look at a few other things. Rocket Lab up 45 cents, SoFi up 43 cents, 13.30 on SoFi. GameStop up 81 cents to 25.56. We were just 25.65 a few moments ago. We've been in this neighborhood all morning. Interestingly, on GameStop, we are not even at 105,000 shares. 104,000 shares have traded, and we're up 81 cents on GameStop. No sellers. Now, other news, 23andMe has declared bankruptcy, apparently, officially. The CEO, Ann Wisniewski, has resigned her CEO position. However, she remains the chairman of the board for the board of directors. Kind of a weird scenario. No one has taken over the chairmanship of the board. She still remains the chairman of the board. There's a new CEO now. One of the other key people have taken over that position. The company now is in the Chapter 11 phase and will be reorganized if possible. And a liquidator will be hired by the court to liquidate the company and might well try to buy the company yet again. She's tried now several times, the board each time saying no thank you. Now she can go to the court and she can say, well, court, I'm willing to pay 20 cents a share or 30 cents, whatever the number, And if the court liquidator can't get a better deal than that, maybe she ends up buying the company, and she ends up privatizing it. Shareholders lose everything, and off we go. That could be what happens. I do not know. I have no idea what's going to happen there. So, stock's 99 cents in the pre-market on NASDAQ. My attitude on it is get out. Just get out of there and move on. But that's me. You have to decide for yourself from a tax angle how you want to play this. Spire ahead 34 cents to 905. Apple and Tesla, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Nvidia, and Meta, the seven magnificent sevens, are all higher in the pre-market, have been higher all morning. Apple up 185 a share. Tesla's ahead $10 a share to 258.70. Microsoft is up 432. It gained 440 on Friday. Alphabet, Google up 255. Amazon is up 381. Nvidia up 223, losing 83 cents Friday. 119.93 on Nvidia. Meta up 15.95, $612.20. All magnificent sevens are higher. Super Microcomputer was not higher earlier, but now up 3 cents. So it's slowly nickel and diming its way back to the green. ASTS is up $1.04 at 26.75. It gained $1.02 on Friday. So it's come from the 24 level now to the 26.75 area. AI was up 24 cents Friday. It's up 75 cents this morning, 23.37. Palantir was $90.96 on Friday, up 3.50. Now up 2.49 higher at 93.45. Palantir looking better. MicroStrategy, MSTR, was up $1.93 Friday. It's up $15 this morning, $319 a share. Unity Software up 52 Friday, up 66 more this morning, 22.21. Goldman Sachs is up 786 to 573. Cisco was down 32 on Friday, 32 cents. It's now up 37 cents, 60.67. The spiders are showing an indication gain of $7. The Qs are showing a gain of 681 in the pre-market. Netflix is up 675 in the pre-market. Pfizer is down 9 cents, was up 9 cents on Friday. ARC Innovations, that is Kathy Woods' entity, ETF, is up 150 to 53.07, was up $1.40 on Friday. The high for the stock was 68.43, or the ETF. And that wasn't that long ago. That was, if I go back 3 months on my charting, I think so. Yeah, just around the, what would that have been? February 15 range. Looks like is as high as 68.43. So February 15 to March 24, 6 weeks later, she's gone from 67 to $53. She's already been as low as 47. So there's a $6 recovery from the lows, but what a kick in the butt. I mean, 68 to 47 in a month, barely. Now a slight recovery to 53.13. We'll see what happens there going forward. She always makes lots of moves, and it's always controversial whether it's the right move, the wrong move, good timing, bad timing. Anyway, up 157 to 53.07 this morning. IBM is up 240 this morning. It was up 55 cents Friday. It's now 246.30. Uber is up $1.02 to 76.86. HBQ unchanged. Home Depot up 266. It lost 4.30 on Friday. Is SMH, the Vanek Semiconductor ETF I keep referring to, is up 3.92 this morning. So semiconductors are getting a bit of a bid. Adobe is up 4.94 after losing 2.35 on Friday. It's now 3.92, and Enphase is up 1.14 this morning, 62.69. Little recovery there. How much of a recovery does this market have in front of it? What kind of sustainability are we dealing with here? How powerful are the how motivated and how sticky are the dollars coming in here? Are these quick flip dollars? I don't think so. I think we've got people chasing markets right here all morning where there is nothing for sale, and that actually is a short-term good sign. That's a good technical a lot of folks who were worried about very serious, nasty, ugly tariffs that were going to kick in on the 2nd of April, which is next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of a sudden are saying, oh, wait a minute. It looks like from the administration, there are leaks coming out of the White House, leaks coming out of certain cabinet members' offices, certain Senate connections and Congress, deep background people. There's a more of a moderate tariff thing coming. It's not going to be as brutal as it sounded like up until yesterday or last week. It might not be quite so nasty. Okay, look, my thinking is it could be an okay day today with fluctuations. Remember, we just got through the craziest Friday of the first quarter last Friday. That was the option and futures expiry, quadruple witching hour happened Friday. Now we're into Monday. All those restrictions and all those limits and all that nonsense is gone. We're back to our regular scheduled programming, and we're up this morning. And notice how GameStop is $25.50, where on Friday it couldn't break $25. It couldn't even get to $25 on Friday, which would have bailed out a lot of writers, the $25 players, a lot of call owners that were long $25 calls on Friday for GameStop. Were hoping the stock would break through 25 and have value. Didn't get it. Now it's up 25. It's 25.57. And I know there are thousands of $25 call holders that had their options expire on them Friday night who are this morning going, God damn it, this thing is rigged. And like, no kidding, Sherlock, no kidding. And so now here we are at 25.57. Does the market have staying power? Well, it should be all right for the day today, for the most part. A lot of capital is coming into the market, but it's going into European stocks, not American stocks. That's one thing to keep in mind. The European economy is going to get a big boost from Germany because they have approved over $1 trillion of spending, $1 trillion of spending for defense and infrastructure and reorganization. They are looking to expand their economy, and they can afford to do this. They can afford to put $10 trillion into their economy. They are that strong economically. This is a monster that is getting its chains removed from its parliament and its spending limits and all this sort of stuff. It's a country that can borrow all it wants to expand its power base. And this will be good for Europe, the whole EU, everything. It will be very good for Europe as a whole. So money is coming into the market, some into Germany. Now, there are a lot of American companies that are have offices based in Germany to do business in all of Europe, okay? And so U.S. corporations, probably 80% of the S&P 500s, will benefit from a stronger European economy. And that is helping some of these U.S.-based companies' shares with a bit of a bid in this low sell-off. And there are some out there who are saying, well, Uncle Bruce, the Dow, the S&P 500 is only down 7.5%. This isn't even a full-blown correction. We didn't break 10% for a correction. We're getting there, but we didn't do it. And now we've had a little bit of a bump up here. Maybe that's all this dip is. I tend to disagree with that. I think we're going to go lower yet, but not in one go. Markets go into correction, sometimes right away with a catastrophic event. But when it's a slow motion train wreck, which America is right now, the United States economy is a slow motion train wreck in the middle of it or beginning of a train wreck, you're going to get waves of optimism and you're going to get waves of, oh, this is a bottom, let's get in here. And so, there are signs like the European come around, Europe's going to get better, so this is a good reason to buy U.S. stocks. No, it's not. It's a good reason to take advantage of getting the hell out of the U.S. market because it's going to go lower. we're going to see an effect, unfortunately, of the U.S. economy taking a hit from several unforeseen directions from 6 months ago, 3 months ago, from Inauguration Day. The one that continues to show up on news feeds that I believe a vast majority of Americans don't get it, don't hear it, don't believe it, don't understand it, is the Canadian factor. Yeah, there's trade tension between Canada, the US, and Mexico. Sure. But we know who the problem is, who has the problem with trading between these countries. Canadians don't have a problem dealing with Mexicans and Americans. Mexicans don't have a problem dealing with Americans and Canadians. Americans, and it's not the people of America, it's the administration of America has a problem dealing with Mexico and Canada, along with everybody else. But let's get back to Canada. The Canadian factor is going to be a nasty little surprise for corporate America. And this is where the headline most Americans heard in the last month was, we don't need anything from Canada. We don't need anything. We don't need their electricity. We don't need their wood. We don't need their oil. We don't need their products. We actually subsidize that country, blah, blah, blah. You heard it. You've heard it. Canadians sure have heard it. And there's the problem. Unfortunately for the American economy, a very high number of Canadians have decided, well, you know what? We're not really going to riot in the streets, you know. We're not going to throw Molotov cocktails at U.S. consulates in Canada. We're not going to. What Canadians are doing is they're going on strike as a people against the USA by just clicking on their computer, cancel my trip to Disneyland, cancel my trip to Dollywood. Oh, we were going to go to New York to see a play or two. Well, let's just cancel that, or let's not even book it. WestJet, the Canadian, one of the two Canadian airlines, their bookings into U.S. destinations are down 40%, wiped out. Every jet coming from Canada to the U.S. is losing money because they're not full. This is a Canadian issue. This is not, Now, Delta, American, United, they do fly in and out of Canada as well. They do offer flights in now. They're noticing a definite cutback on bookings now, but going forward as well. Canadians are just saying, look, our dollar is only worth 70 cents US, 69 something cents US. It's been here for months. We'll just go to Europe instead. We'll just fly to London. We'll fly to Frankfurt. We'll fly to Paris. We'll fly to Amsterdam, or we'll go Orient. We'll fly to Tokyo direct. We'll go to Australia. We'll fly to Mexico. We'll fly to the Bahamas. We'll take charter trips to Cuba, as we always have. We'll take charter trips to Barbuda, Barbados. We'll take the 2-week all-inclusive to these island nations, direct flights from Canada down there and back. We won't even stop in the U.S. That's all we'll do. And we'll just cut it off. There is a phenomenal campaign going on that Americans don't see in Canada right now, where if you go into a Lowe's, Home Depot, which is a Canadian American branded outfit, you go into a Home Depot, even Home Depot stores in Canada have labels on all of their products on their shelves with Canadian maple leafs. This product is made in Canada. This is made in Canada. This is made in Canada. Canadians are shopping Canada, Canadian made goods. They are boycotting American goods big time. This is going to cost slow motion. It's going to cause slow motion bleeding for a lot of businesses in the U.S. Unfortunately, they're caught up in this mess. Canadians don't want to be caught up in this mess. They didn't pick this fight. They didn't pick this scrap, but it's happening. Heard on the weekend that 50%, half of all wine produced in Oregon, and Oregon produces a lot of wine. You need the right kind of climate, the right kind of rainfall, sunshine, humidity, temperature. Oregon is a perfect place to grow specific types of wine. Half of all wine produced in Oregon is sold to Canadian liquor boards for Canadian consumption. All orders have been canceled. Every order of wine has been canceled. All contracts have been nullified. Oregon has got itself a big problem because they already sell the other half to Americans. Now they're going to be sitting on double the inventory. Now, the first week or two or three or month or two, they'll get by. They'll figure it out because after all, it's not like overnight they have millions of cases of wine lying around the warehouse. Wine is made on a seasonal basis and whatnot, but wineries like to have the certainty knowing that this year's crop is 80% sold out. Next year's crop is 60% pre-sold already. Now, Mother Nature will determine the size of our wine production, but all in all, we have insurance on Mother Nature. But what they don't have necessarily is insurance on complete cancellations of orders. And this, unfortunately, for many wineries in Washington State, Oregon, California, elsewhere, many of them are mom and pop operations. They're sophisticated, good size winery operations, but are privately owned by families, by investment groups. And these are the folks who are getting their butt handed to them. They already know it. They already know there's a tsunami coming and it's going to hit us in about 6 months. We're going to be in real trouble here. And that's the unfortunate part of this game, that the United States is putting tariffs on Canadian goods coming into Americans. So the United States government wants taxes from Americans if you buy Canadian goods. But Canadians have retaliated without any tariffs whatsoever. They just are clicking the button to say cancel, cancel, cancel. And this isn't a 10% hit to an American seller or to a resort in Idaho, ski resorts in Wyoming, or Yellowstone, or Vegas hotels. This isn't like, oh, it's costing us, the Canadian coming in will only spend 90% of what they used to spend. No, they're not coming at all. They're not even coming to town. This is more than a 10% hit. This is devastating. And so the numbers will continue to go along. And the problem for like city like Las Vegas, if you're expecting 500,000 Canadians a month to come in, and now you're getting 100,000 Canadians coming in, you're 400,000 short a month. That's 400,000 hotel rooms, 400,000 breakfasts, 400,000 lunches, 400,000 dinners, 400,000 shows, 400,000 gamblers missing every month going forward. That's 4.8 million a year out of the system. This has an effect. It doesn't kill it. It doesn't put them out of business, but it means that corporations, those are publicly traded, will not meet their expectations, and they'll have to downgrade their results. It's not necessary. It's just not necessary. Canadians are going, we don't know. We don't know what's going on. Do you guys know what's going on? We think in Canada, you don't know what's going on in the U.S. And I would have to agree with that, because I get that reaction all over the place. People going, we don't know what's happening in our own country. You guys have got one issue. We got another one. It is what it is. And there you go. All right. We're up 415 on the Dow this morning, despite all the doom and gloom. And we're up 69 on S&P. We're up 312 on NASDAQ. So the markets are getting better, stronger. They're going higher. Let's see what comes of it. You could say that the markets were way oversold and are finally reacting like they should be. Well, that's great, but I'll keep bringing back one point, and that is, okay, GameStop is $25.58, and there's a lot of speculation going on as to what the numbers will be like tomorrow after the bell when they release their financials. The problem here is that GameStop has not come back to the $28 level or $30 level that it was at in the last 3 months. And so GameStop is still 20% lower than where it came from to get down to 22, now back to 25.50. It hasn't recovered. Yet there's all indications that there's speculation on the stock right now based on the earnings coming up. My question to you is, okay, the earnings come out and they announce a surprise number. They announce a number, how much interest they made. That should be much higher because there's $4.6 billion generating interest to the treasury of the company. No analyst is talking about that. Their fourth quarter is their best quarter for sales. Christmas, their year end is the end of January. The end of the quarter they're reporting on is the end of January. So it's November, December, January numbers. That usually is a profitable quarter. Each and every year is where they make most of their money. They will make money that quarter based on sales, cost of sales, and overheads. They should make a profit for that quarter. What will likely happen is the company will now include one-off write-offs where they walked away from countries. They walked out of Switzerland. They walked out of Germany. They shut all the stores. They walked out of all the rest of Europe. They walked away. I don't know about Australia. I don't know about other regions. They've cut back stores. They continue to do that. Those are one-off write-offs that they're going to include. They're probably going to write off severance packages that they let a lot of people go in those countries, and now they're letting go more people in the U.S. because they don't have international operations like they used to have. The so-called EU paperwork they used to deal with in Grapefruit, Texas, or wherever they're located near Dallas. So they're going to write off all of these one-off expenses to reduce their future expenditures because they have offloaded non-producing or underperforming territories. They're trying to sell France. They're trying to sell Canadian operations. We don't know where they're at. So it's possible that tomorrow night there will be headlines all over the place, all Wednesday and all Thursday. Headlines from supposed experts saying GameStop loses $500 million or loses $300 million or bleeds red ink, blah, 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 blah. Because they're going to take the headline number, the so-called we walked out of these countries and wrote it off, and they're going to try to make that appear like this is the new normal. They're going to lose $500 million a year for the next 5 years, and you're going to lose all your money. Well, sorry, that's not the case. What I'm looking for is take away the one-off write-offs and show me what sales did you have for the stores you operated, what were the costs of the goods for those stores. Take away your regular overheads, your annual regular overheads, and how much money did you make? Add interest to that. How much interest did you make in the quarter? What was your actual fourth quarter number? Last year it was $71 million in profit last year. That included the closure of U.S. stores. It did include that. Now there will be more. And so will the number be a loss of $50 million? Will the number be a profit of $50 million, $80 million, $100 million profit before all the write-offs? Okay. Stick around to find out. That's the story for GameStop. We'll see what's going on. Lots to digest tomorrow. We'll deal with it then for sure. I promise you we will. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. If you're new to the show, if you're new to my channel, thank you. 86 thumbs ups and counting. Very much appreciate that. If you're a member of the channel, thank you for being a member of this channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you as well. We're going right now live comment mode for members only, which we like to do every day. Thank you for those of you who have paid to play here. Appreciate you so very much. Congratulations, by the way, is in order to a high number of you who are here every day. I don't acknowledge you enough, I don't think. I acknowledge I acknowledge people who become members, and I acknowledge people who are subscribers, and of course, because you guys are the best. I love the fact that you're here and you support me, and that you follow me. But I have to really tell everyone out there. There are a number of people here who are followers of this channel now, have been followers since 2021 when I first started going live every day. And excuse me, a number of these folks started writing options in the spring and summer of 2021. They followed my lessons that are on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, which is right here. You can go here to this, you can go to this, here we go, learn how to write stock options. You can go to my website anytime you want if you really want to be serious about making money in this market, in any market. They took my lessons when I initially brought them right out, and they've been, every time I do a new one, they grab it. And they have now been writing options for 4 years. And I've got people who've been here now 3 years, 4 years, many. A lot of which you don't hear from anymore. You don't see their comments as in the past. They're Gold Bagel members. They follow religiously. They listen to me talk every morning, 5 days a week. They trade all the time, and they're in a different level now of activity in the market. They have become very talented and very effective option writers. They will admit to anyone that they don't do now what they did before. When they first wrote their first options, like everyone else is a first timer around here, you write some covered calls and just see what happens. A lot of my most active followers and most successful followers probably started out owning shares of 1 or 2 or 10 different stocks. They knew nothing else. They had no other idea what to do in the market. They just, they figured that if I own 5 stocks, 10 stocks, I have diversified myself, and I've got, no more than 10 or 15% of my entire money in any one issue. And let's just grow long term. I'm running really a small mutual fund, a small ETF. I have a mini ETF in my account. After sticking around here a little while and learning the basics of option writing, they made some adjustments to their accounts pretty quickly. And they quickly realized that if I have 78 shares of Apple, I either get rid of them or I buy 22 more to get to 100 shares of Apple. And if I have 380 GameStop, I'll buy 20 more to get to 400. But if I've got 120 Rocket Lab, maybe I'll just dump those, use that money to top up some other shares to get the nice 100 even increments of shares. 400 SoFi, 800 of this, 4,000 of those. And now I'm going to write call options against some of these stocks. And I'm going to try it by doing 1 or 2 or 3 call options on this stock and on this stock and on this stock. And I'll fold my arms like Uncle Bruce says, and let's just see if these guys depreciate in value and I keep the money. And that's how many newbies begin around here. Very conservative, very tentative, perfectly done. And there are viewers here who've now been here 3 and 4 years who occasionally will tell you how long they've been here, and they'll freely admit that that is how they began. They started the classes. They didn't know for sure how far it would go. They had no idea where they would end up with all of this. First objective was, most of my assets are inside retirement accounts. I'm just going to clean them up a little bit and write options on those accounts to build the revenue in. And I want to take the capital from premiums and buy more stock to write more options and grow my retirement account a lot faster than the market will give me if I just hold stock. Or if I follow some gurus out there that just tell me to just keep buying and keep buying and keep buying, or I'm cost averaging, dollar cost averaging. I wanted to do better than that. And so option writing was the first move. The second move was, were those of them who had capital outside the retirement accounts wanted to bring income into their hot little hands because they were living off their paycheck, the 100% of capital coming in to their household every month was a paycheck or two, depending on part-time jobs or spouses working as well. They wanted to get to the 125% level or 150% level. That was the hope, that they could generate half their salary on option income and their full salary from work. And now they're living on 150% cash flow instead of the 100% they had been doing, paycheck to paycheck. And for many of these viewers who are now here 4 years, that happened in the first 6 months, first year already. And they were blown away because they thought, this is going to take a couple of years because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just a rookie in this game and I'll just kind of go with it. And what began to happen was people realized I could not only write covered calls, I could write poor man covered calls. And there are great strategies for that, conservative strategies. And then Uncle Bruce started talking about cash secured puts. And then he had the audacity to talk about credit spreads. And now the doors have been blown off everything. And there are viewers here who had 40 grand in the market, 50 grand in the market 4 years ago that they had slowly put in and put in and put in. They reorganized their accounts to now to be able to start writing cash secured puts and or credit spreads. They're now managing 200,000, 400,000 and up dollars. And they're just going, this is a level that was unthinkable, unimaginable when I began. Others here had $200,000 when they first met me, found me. They're now running $1 million accounts. But again, those of you who are brand new, you can't possibly believe it. You can't believe it because that's such an exaggerated statement. Uncle Bruce sounds like all the other pitchmen out there, just trying to pitch this incredible result that's just, going to happen. Well, really. Well, there's only one way to find out. You either get into it or you don't. And many folks have come here over the years and have been here for a while and have gone away because they cannot or would not be willing to accept the fact that if you're going to become a wealthy individual being an option writer, you've got to adopt the mentality that you're going to be an option writer for the rest of your life, not for the first week or first quarter or for 1 year only. Because this option writing strategy that we talk about here, conservative as much as I can get you to be conservative, is a winning strategy and can be your remainder of your life game plan to do extremely well. But if you're here for a quick 1 month, 3 month, hit, a home run in 3 months, you've come to the wrong place. And some people just admit that to themselves. They just go, Others forget that. They kind of come here and they do some writing and they realize I can't make $1 million in a month. I've got real financial pressures on me, and these results are not good enough for me to take me to the level where I need to go. And they move on because they're desperate for the big win. What I find also that happens here is for those viewers who do stick around a while and realize I'm only making 5% a month on my money, 5-10% here, 5-10% there on these trades. But it used to be that I was doing $10,000 credit spreads, and I would make $500 on a $10,000 credit spread, and I do that once a month. Now I am doing 3 $10,000 credit spreads because I built my capital up, and I'm doing these 5% returns every 2 weeks. So I'm actually doing these twice a month. So that means instead of doing 1 turnover in a month, I'm doing 6 $10,000 turnovers per month at 500 a position. Now I'm generating 3,000 income in, which is 30% of what I started with way back when I started. And every third month, I've got another 10 grand lying around that I can now do 4 at a time, twice a month, because I'm not going over $10,000 per trade. I'm still going to do these $10,000 credit spreads. I'm not going into $50,000 credit spreads. I want to do 4, 5, 6 $10,000 credit spreads simultaneously on all kinds of different stocks. and I want to turn them over every 2 weeks or so. And that takes me to 12 turnovers, 6 at a time, 12 turnovers, 500 a pop, $6,000 per month. And now people go, that is the salary. That's the 200% level. 100% from work, 100% from option writing. I'm at 200% cash flow. We live off the paychecks, and the cash flow from the options, we roll into additional positions to grow the account further. Take that further 6 months later, and now it's 300% coming in. 100% from a paycheck and 200% from the market. And everything changes. Your perceptions change, your attitude changes, your style changes, your risk tolerance changes, your patience changes, your expectations change, because you're now dealing with more money than you've ever had before to deal with revenue shrinking your paycheck every month to make it less significant. And it gets to the point where you begin to realize, I cannot afford to work anymore for that employer, because when I miss 3 trades today on these different positions I'm running, that cost me more than what I make at the office. I can't afford to have the office cost me double what it pays me or triple what it pays me anymore. And this is where it becomes a shocker to relatives and friends of yours when they find out through the grapevine, or whether you tell them or not. Did you hear that Charlie quit his full-time job? Did you hear that Joanne doesn't work anymore? Did you hear that Debbie is an option writer and that she used to live on $1,800 a month Social Security and some disability money or some other private pension money? She used to live on $3,000 a month. I've heard that she's generating $7,000 a month in option premiums. What? Yeah, this is where everything changes out. Now, look, if you're getting Social Security, and it used to be the only thing you got, and all of a sudden now you're generating 3 times as much of that capital outside, maybe you're not going to get as much Social Security going forward the next time you file, because you have hit certain limits. In Canada, we call that the clawback. You're not going to give a crap. You're going to go, yeah, well, that's the price of success. For me to make $150,000 a year writing options, I have to give up $5,000 a year in Social Security or Government of Canada pension benefits. Let me think a minute. $150 this way or $5,000 that way. Yeah, goodbye $5,000, and thank you very much. I'm in this world. That's what's happening around here all the time. I congratulate those of you who have reached those levels, are reaching those levels, about to hit those levels. Clearly, you've seen it. It's clearly in front of you now. You know, oh yeah, Bruce, we're at 220% around here. The check is now only 40% of our gross. You know, it's going to become 1/3 of our gross. It's going to become 1/4 of the gross revenue around here. Frankly, if they make me go back to the office, I walk. I'm gone. They either tell me, take this buyout or come back to the office. I'll take the buyout. Thank you very much. Because I'm not going back. I have reached this level here of 400% to 100%. Goodbye, job. And thank you very much. Congratulations to you who've reached that level. And there are many of you. I know it. I'm very well aware of it. I thank you for being here. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not being a show-off. I'm not trying to blow my own horn. I'm just telling you, this is a fact that folks who've been around here long enough are making a goddamn killing. And this market right now, with the uncertainty of the economy, the uncertainty of what's coming out of that guy's yap, we do not know. The next quote on Fox News could drop this market 2,000 points. We don't know. And I'll tell you, maybe Americans aren't as afraid as others are, but international investors are absolutely losing sleep as to what is going on with the United States. That is a fact. And so the way to react to news like that, and the 2025 way that people don't agree with what is being done is by clicking a button on a computer, clicking send on one of these things. It's a silent little move. You don't have to pick up the phone and call your broker and say, sell everything. Those days are gone. I remember days where I used to get phone calls from panicked investors because interest rates went up overnight or oil went down $4 a barrel on something. And I would get calls the next morning from people going, I think I should sell everything. I'm really worried about what's going on. And I would talk them off the ledge to say, look, we're here for the long term. Let's make some adjustments. Let's go into where the bargains are, get out of the overpriced, and let's move on. Well, that was the way of the 80s and the 70s and the 90s. Those days are gone. Now people don't have anyone to call. Who are you going to call? Nobody. You're going to make your move. And there are people overseas who also don't have stockbrokers and advisors, and they decide, you know what, I'm going to take a pause. I'm going into cash for a while, and I'll just take the 4% interest from U.S. Treasuries right now rather than hold these securities and wait for the bottom to fall out or wait for them to figure out what they're doing. April the 2nd is the so-called deadline day for tariffs. Why am I in the market? What am I doing? Today might be the perfect day for some of you who are watching me here to take the plunge and get out of the market and go cash. And you might be put credit spread writers today. You might be credit spread writers today or tomorrow to take money out of the option market from a cash balance basis rather than a stock balance basis. It's up to you to decide. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Thank you again for sending me very kind emails. Jennifer and I continue to really appreciate them. There were some of you who don't talk to us very often, especially on the air. You never talk to us. You reach out to us and just say, just want to let you know, here's what I'm doing. And thank you, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen, for guiding me on this for years now. We love it. Thank you, everybody. Savage of Wall Street. Hey, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I am deployed hundreds of cash secured puts last week. And looky here. It looks like I might just be buying some back at 20-30% profit in days, not months. Boom. Way to go. Question from John T. Uncle Bruce, a silly question, I think. Is a call credit spread in the money more likely to be exercised than any other in the money option? When my call credit spread was in the money just a penny with 3 days to go, I got nervous. Was okay. I guess it depends on how long your contracts have left to go and how far in the money you are. You have to, I need to remind some of you, and this is not a criticism, this is just realistic. There are times where I just have to remind you guys that when you write options, whether you're writing call options that are covered calls or poor man covered calls, you're doing cash secured puts, you're doing credit spreads, you're offering merchandise, you're offering contracts to trade with in the open options market. You're just adding to the pool of existing options that are out there changing hands all the time. In reality, very few option writers are, let me say it this way. Very few option buyers have the intent that they want to exercise their options. Look at it this way. If you're an institutional entity like a huge multi-$100 billion pension fund, okay? You're a big ETF worth $50 billion, and you've got a portfolio of stocks running up and down the gauntlet. There are times where you're buying options as insurance against your portfolio. You're buying put options, you're buying call options, and all you're looking to do is you buy an option for $1, and a month later, the stock has done whatever it's done, and the contracts are $1. They haven't moved. This insurance cost you nothing because you paid $1 for this contract, $100, and it's worth $100 a month later. You just sell it off and you move on. In other cases, you bought a contract for $1. You bought 200 of them, 500 of them, and they're now worth $1.75. But that means another part of your portfolio has gone down in value. You're now going to sell that contract for a gain and take the profit to offset any losses over here. You're going to buy puts if you think the markets are going lower. You're going to buy calls if you think the markets are going to go much higher. And so there are institutions out there that are into buying and selling call and put contracts against existing positions that have no intention of exercising anything. But there certainly are, where market makers, the specialists that make a market for options on stocks, brokerage firms that have traders that make markets on options, they are at times short option positions because they are making liquidity work for bids and asks all the time. And towards the end of the contract's lifetime, they might be forced to exercise options in the money to flatten their books and get themselves positioned out. Now, what they're doing is they're selling contracts towards the end of their lives that they're up on, but if they can't get the bid that they want, they'll exercise the option, get the stock and sell the stock and make their 30-cent profit, 80-cent a share profit, whatever the hell it is, then that way. You might get caught up in part of that. No fault of your own. You wrote contracts, but they went in the money and you did get exercised in the last few days because you didn't roll over. Now, maybe the specialist was waiting for you to close out your position and let you do a rollover at a higher strike further down the road, the same strike, but you didn't do it. You decided, I'll just get exercised. Well, they'll exercise you because there's money on the table for them too. The difference is they don't pay fees like you do. Market makers pay no commissions. Their firms don't charge themselves a cost to do it. So they'll close out a position and they'll just establish a new one because they're always in positions all the time, every week forward for months, a year and a half, 2 years out. They're in positions. They're market makers. They will always be in the money. They will always be out of the money. They will always be writing and buying back and rolling over positions. And sometimes you get caught in that. It's just the way it is. I hope that answers the question. I hope I helped. Thank you all for being here. What happens if we sell calls on ME? I don't know if you can. Had you sold calls on ME? If you had, the stocks are cropping out. They're probably expiring worthless. You keep the money. That'll be the end of that. Rocketeer, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Let's make money for everybody. Mandu number 5. I'm the 100th thumbs up for this man today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate that. What else is going on here today? Thank you all for joining me. And again, I'm trying to avoid politics as much as possible. I really do. We'll see what's going on. Thank you, all of you, for joining me today from wherever you are. And hopefully you're going to enjoy some serious profits here going forward. This makes sense, Bruce. Thank you. You got it, John. Thank you for being members of this channel. I appreciate you. If you've answered my poll question today, I would appreciate if you could take a shot at it. The question really is simple. GameStop comes up with earnings here tomorrow night after the bell. So GameStop is now over $25, and with earnings coming out tomorrow, I think it'll trade over $28 this week. 69% saying, yep, I think it's going to go higher, Bruce. It's at $25.65 right now. I think it could hit a higher level than this, even up 90 cents this morning, $28. Now, $30, 16% of you are thinking it might go to 30. $35, 5%. $40, 9% of you think it might go to 40. I will basically put it this way. I would not be surprised it does go over 40 at any time. I fear the upside of this stock more than the downside. Knowing that they have $4.6 billion in cash and knowing that they're probably hauling in over $200 million a year in interest just on the cash, the corporation is a moneymaker. They don't lose $200 million in their operating budget. I think they actually make money in their operating budget, but they will do the one-off write-offs this quarter for the year end. They will take advantage of a huge write-off scenario for Jan 31. All those stores they closed in January, in Europe and elsewhere, they will write them all off their books, and they will, depreciate out every counter, cash register, carpet laying, improvements they've made, what have you. They'll just write it all off as a loss in one big swipe. That's what the accountants are paid to do, which will lower, if not eliminate, any income taxes they need to pay for the year. And they will declare a loss for the company. It'll wipe out any taxes they would have had to have paid on the interest they made on all the money they're sitting on. But now that it's past year end, they can now go ahead and expand the company. The question, of course, is the Canadian operations and the French operations. If they manage to sell them, will they still book a loss on those operations? Because I don't know what those are being carried at in their financials. I don't know if their previous financials have said that the Canadian operations are worth $50 million. And if they sell it for $5 million, they have a $45 million book loss. Will that be part of the future? Again, we'll find out. All right. Same with France. I have no idea how that's going to go. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm trying to figure this out. Jeff is in the house. Uncle Bruce, good morning. And Bagelers, let's get that dough. It's out there for the taking. It was a great one-on-one session we had this weekend. I am focused. Right on, sir. Giddy up, man. Aurora, I am here. Neat. Don't forget the knee emojis, everybody. The market opens in 3 minutes. The Knights of Knee are lurking. They are the most powerful force that makes this market work. I appreciate you all being here. 263 of you are here. 250 of you are option writers, I'm sure. 250 of you know exactly how powerful the Knights of Knee really are. The rest of you are brand new to this channel going, what are these people talking about? What does this mean? Credit spreads, cash secured puts. What is that? Why is Savage Wall Street so happy? How does this work? Welcome. I'll stick around a while. You'll find out. You'll learn as you expose yourself to this talk we have. But if you really want to understand what we're doing, and you want to become a winner in an up market or a down market or a flat market, you got to learn how to write stock options, because that's how you can become a casino. There's my website right there. Just go over there. There's 18 lessons waiting for you to grab. They're $200 a piece. It'll cost you $3,600 to take all 18 classes. But you can't do it in a week. No way. You'd be lucky if you could take 2 a week. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours a class. Take your time, relax. Start off with practice accounts. Once you get the basics of option writing, start writing options and practice accounts. No risk, no capital required, free, live trading, depending on your app, whichever outfit you're using. Follow what these folks do. Replicate their trades. There's people here telling you what I did. I just wrote these 10 contracts. Now you go and write them in your practice account. Write them. See if this viewer makes any money or not. You don't have to wait for the viewer to tell us down the road what they did. You can look for yourself and go, oh my God, the markets are up 400 points. And good Lord Almighty, Credit Savage did these 5 trades on Friday. I replicated them, and he's up 15, 30% every one of them. Just check it out yourself. What you need Savage to tell you what he's doing, what he completed. You can watch for him. You can wait for the comment later if you want, but he's busy. He's not obligated to tell you how he finalized the trade. You can figure out yourself how did these trades look to you. Welcome everybody. Chase Rosita Parker has been a member for 43 months on this channel. Thank you, Chase Rosita Parker. First of all, for 43 months. Chilling with Uncle Bruce level. Appreciate you. Glad to have you here with us. We've got thumbs ups coming in. We're opening now for trading. Larry's ringing the bells. Oh, all kinds of stuff's going on. We got thumbs ups now. How many? 127. Oh, yeah. Thank you. 127 thumbs ups. 269 folks here. Welcome all to the show. 195 people have already told me their vote for GameStop. What do you think GameStop's going to do this week? 28 or above? 69% are saying absolutely it's going to break 28, Bruce. 30 or higher, $30 or higher, 17%. 35 or higher, 5%. $40 or higher, 9%. So, yeah, it looks like 28 to 30 seems to be pretty pretty popular answer at this point. Thank you, Larry, for hitting the thumbs up. As always, my man, appreciate it. We're up 75 cents on your GameStop right now. 25.50 is the official opening here. We're up, we're running, we're alive and well. The Dow is up at the moment, 331 and climbing. We'll see how that settles in the next 3 or 4 minutes. Once the Dow is fully running again, operational, all the stocks have to open up. We've got the S&P up 61, NASDAQ up 265. So it's a green start, very nice, up 11 cents on oil. It's not an oil-driven market at all. It is optimism that the tariffs won't be as bad as thought starting April 2. So that's next week, Tuesday, whatever that day is, April 2nd. Okay, everybody, welcome. Welcome all to the program. Nice to have you here. 25.41 on GameStop, 13.30 on SoFi, up 43 cents on SoFi. We're up 165 on ASTS, 27.36. These are early starting quotes. Rocket Lab 1980, up 85 cents. Rocket Lab looks like it wants to go through 20 here. Will it do it? 1993 has already been touched this morning. We'll watch for that. Giddy up. GameStop up 65 to 25.40. AI up 84 cents. Super Micro down 186. It's one of the only reds out there. Nvidia's up 270. It's back to 120.40. Tesla's up 11.47, back to 260 a share. Spiders are up 650. Qs are up 740. Palantir up 268. MSTR 13.79 gain. Costco up 15.74. Coinbase up 742. What else is going on here? ME down 87 cents to 92 cents. Get out. Just get out. Just give up on it. I just don't. I have no confidence that this will be worth anything. But you're on your own. I've long ago shaken my head at this thing, wondering what are they doing. I don't know. Rocket Lab, Mandu, 2001, Uncle Bruce. Neat. There you go. Rocket Lab, let's double check it. 1998, yeah, it's already touching 20. 364-point gain on the Dow. SoFi 1328 at 41. 1334 now, up 47 on your SoFi. 1334 on SoFi. ASTS almost up $2. Rocket Lab 2034. A real nice move on Rocket Lab, up $1.40. Nice. GameStop up 72 to 25.47. GameStop volume so far in 3 minutes, 393,000 shares. Nothing for sale. That has to be it. If there were 5 million sitting there, we either wouldn't be going up or all of it would have been picked off. But there's obviously nothing for sale. If we're up 72 cents, 3% on less than 400,000 shares, there's nothing for sale on GameStop. So it could go a lot higher. And that's why I'm wondering with the poll question today, will it reach 28 by tomorrow? Will it reach 30 by Wednesday morning? Will it be 35 on Thursday? Will there be a short squeeze by the end of the week? Will Roaring Kitty do something? Is Ryan Cohen's talking about what's happening with the 4.6 billion? Like, what is it? What is the upside? We all know the downside of GameStop. They're going to write off the closure of a lot of stores. We already know that. That eliminates income taxes for the year. That's what that is. It's just a write-off. No surprise. The upside surprise is what we're wondering about. What is going on with this 4.6 billion in cash? That's what we're wondering. I'm here, 25.50 up 75 cents. 13.28 on SoFi now. We're up 4.25 on the Dow. This is kind of what the pre-market was showing. ASTS up 187, Rocket Lab 2022, GameStop 25.50, AI up 82 cents at 23.44. SMCI is only down 54 cents. Nvidia up 2.79, Tesla up 12.91, Spiders are up $7, Qs are up $7, Palantir up $1.50, MST up 15.70, Costco up 15.60, Coinbase up 5.40. Google up 150, Apple up 85, Broadcom up 350, Microsoft up 173, Intel's up 45 cents, Netflix down $1.36, Meta up $18, Eli Lilly up 440, Amazon up 440, Uber up 65, Adobe up 560, Cisco up 96, AMD up 324, Unity up 107, Enphase up 195. Spire up 32 cents at 903. Moderna up 81 cents. Pfizer down 11. IBM up 249. HPQ up 36. Home Depot up 610. Vanik Semiconductors up $5. Goldman Sachs up 990. Boeing up 544. Target up 150. JP Morgan up 360. Walmart up 115. Disney up 20 cents. American Airlines up 19. DraftKings up 68. AMC up 4 cents. Royal Caribbean up 576. It's green almost everywhere, and it's definitely green on this channel for the option writers around here. Those running cash secured puts are grinning from ear to ear. They are grinning and grinning and grinning. 131 thumbs up, says Brian. You are going to get 200 thumbs ups today, Uncle Bruce, especially with this market start. 25.40, 25.50 on GameStop. Does it go to 27 today? 26 today? What's it going to do? I don't see resistance really. But we got to wait. We got to wait till the earnings tomorrow night. Rocket Lab holding 2004 kind of. And SoFi 1328 up 41 cents. Welcome to the party, pal. SoFi volume this morning, 3.98 million. 7 minutes, 4 million shares. Not heavy. If we were at 10 million right now, that's heavy. This is not heavy trading on SoFi, and we're up 41 cents. Same thing with these other stocks. Light volume, all moving up 3, 4, 5% each. So yeah, they're oversold. There's nothing for sale. The market wants to go higher. These shares are ready to go higher if there's a wave of buying that's going to keep coming in. So far, it's looking okay, I guess. Hey, it's a good day to write covered calls, says Tom. It could be a good day to sell stock and write cash secured puts too. Could be that. Could be a great day to sell stock and write deep in the money, buy deep in the money calls and write poor man covered calls. Or it's a great day to sell stock and now write call credit spreads, especially on the Magnificent Sevens, nicely out of the money. And away we go. It depends what you want to do. You want to be a weekly trader. You want to be an active trader. You might want to consider call credit spreads on the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, going after triple Qs, SPY. Go after those options. Heavily traded, heavy liquidity. They expire. Options expire today. They expire Wednesday. They expire Friday. Pick your contract. You want to do a credit spread out of the money that dies on Friday or Thursday this week. You can write those call credit spreads conservatively out of the money and just watch them like a hawk. And hey, you get a 50% return on your credit. Sometime today, you might take it. Totally up to you how you want to play it. Let this market show you the direction it really wants to go. If we're petering out at plus 400, plus 500 today on the Dow, and the S&P is up 75, 80 points, and it peters out, you might want to look at $50 out of the money, higher yet, on credit spreads that die tomorrow, that die Wednesday, that die Thursday, that die Friday. And you might be out of that trade later today if the market gives some of the gains up, or sometime tomorrow. I don't know. You have to just decide how active do you want to be, how close to the campfire are you going to be. Be careful out there. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much. Up 85 on GameStop. We just jumped again, 25.60 on the GameStop shares. We're running a little higher now. The high of the day for GameStop, 25.60. That's right where we are. I think we may have already hit 25.65 here. Rocket Lab up $1.30 now, 20.24. Look at SoFi up 50 cents, 13.37. Every cash secured put written on SoFi is losing value now. They've all lost 50 cents of their book value if they're in the money. They're also losing time. And so SoFi cash secured put writers are going, hey, this is pretty good, Uncle Bruce. I'm sitting here like this, like you've taught me. I'm folding my arms here, just like you said. And holy moly, these contracts are falling in value. Yes, they are. And SoFi could go a lot higher than this, because we haven't even started a recovery yet. This could be a most interesting time. Let's go, SoFi, says Jared. Let's go, baby. I'm the team arm folder here. Giddy on up. SoFi's high today, it looks like 13.40, and we'll probably break that here. maybe 1350, 1360 is right around the corner. That's another 20 cents off the book value of these put contracts down. There you go. 452 gain on the Dow. 452. Very good. 25.53 on the GameStop shares. We're up 77.5 on S&P. We're up 295 on Nasdaq. It's a good start. A 1 2/3 gain on Nasdaq, a 1 1/3 percentage gain on S&P, and a 1.1% gain on the Dow Jones Index. Oil up just 19 cents. That is the story at the moment. Welcome all to the program, and thank you for being here with us today. Love it. We're loving it. Chase Rosita Parker, thank you for letting everyone know how long you've been a member. I do appreciate it when all of you do that. Let us all know how long you've been a member of this channel. March the 16th was the magic day. That marked 4 years. That marked 48 months for some of you members, because that's when we started selling members for the first time. We offered memberships on March 16th, 2021. Unbelievable. It's 2025. I can't believe it. Holy moly. I love it. Thank you all. SoFi 1341, ASTS up 240 a share to 28.14. That is a nice little pop here. Rocket Lab up 137. Talk about a nice pop. 20.31 on Rocket Lab. GameStop up 77 to 25.52. We got AI up $1.12. Thank you all. Tom, thank you for being a member for 13 months. Love that you're doing that. All of you who are Gold Bagel members, Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members, you're the ones who can comment here right now on this show. Thank you so very much. We had 127 thumbs ups. They're still coming through here. Thank you for the thumbs up indicators. 136 now. 136 thumbs ups. Thank you for reaching out and helping me achieve. We're hoping 200 or more thumbs ups today. Thank you to those of you who are writing or answering the poll question. I have 217 now. 218 people have responded to the question of the day. GameStop is now over 25, and with earnings coming out tomorrow, I think it might trade over $28 this week. 68% are going, man, at $25.40, $25.50, another $2.50. This sucker goes to $28. $30 this week. 18% saying it's possible to break 30, Bruce. 35, 5%. $40 a share. Any posting by Roaring Kitty, any illustration on anywhere on social media by any of these guys, oh my God, then GameStop could break 40. And I agree with you. I think it could happen. Will it? Will it happen? That is a big question. Thank you. Lisa, member for 9 months now, 23% profit realized on a Riot June $8 cash secured put trade. Andrea Bongiorno, put credit spread or call credit spread on Meta. What do you think? Call credit spreads. Definitely way out of the money. Call credit spreads. Zeta Estate, I am a proud member of the Gold Club. 39 months with 100 GameStop leaps. Who would have thought? Oh my gosh. Well done, my friend. They're doing okay today. Zed is getting richer. Giddy up, everybody. Well done. Thank you, all of you who are notifying, letting the world know how long you've been members of our channel. Gold Bagel member from Zed Estate. Chillin' from Lisa. Gold Bagel from Tom. Chillin' from Chase. Thank you all. No matter what your membership level is, we thank you very much. And great to have you in the house this morning. 465 gain on the Dow. We seem to be holding and climbing even further now. We got a 55-cent gain now on SoFi. It's now up to 13.42. GameStop is up 76 cents. It looks like 81 cents even, climbing a little further. We've got Spire up 37. We got Apple up 118, Tesla up $15, Microsoft up 76, Alphabet up $3, Amazon up $4.94, Nvidia up $2.25, Meta up $23.77. Yeah, we got some movement here. Definitely going higher, not lower right now. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining in with us here as we follow quite a bit of interesting opening activity today from a lot of spots here. Gonzo, I don't remember how to do that membership sticker, so I'll just tell you, I've been a member for 44 months. I think what you do is you go to your, below the comment box, there's a little, is there a plus sign? Is that how you do it? Some of you know how this is done. I think you go to where there's a plus sign, and or is it the dollar sign? Actually, it's the dollar sign. That's right. You can either send us a super sticker, a super chat, or you can do the membership link. There's three little things. I think it's where it says membership that it gives you the opportunity to do it. I think that's it. I'm just a guy, you know, in front of a computer trying to figure it out. But yeah, I think so, where you hit the dollar sign thing. There you go. Gonzo Cruisers figured it out. Yes, I've been a member for 44 months, Uncle B. A member for 44 months. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's impressive. 3.5+ years. That is awesome. Folks are generally, the reason that they're members is not because they're here to lose money. Why would you be a member of this channel if you're losing money? Makes no sense. No, every one of these folks who are members of this channel have a, like Sean here, they have a pattern. They join the channel as a subscriber, and they get alerts every day that I'm on the air, and then they become chillin' members at $10 a member to just be able to comment during the show. And then they realize, why don't I become a Gold Bagel member of this guy's channel? Throw $25 at YouTube and become a Gold Bagel member. Join Bruce every day at 8 in the morning instead of 8:30. Join Bruce every Wednesday night for Primetime Live, and have access to every program he's ever made for Gold Bagel members anytime they want. And if he does any trade alerts in the middle of the day, he does them for Gold Bagel members only. I think I want to be in on this. Because when Uncle Bruce throws out suggestions like, hey, why don't you take $500 and write a put credit spread on blah and bring in a $1.20, which is a 24% return on my money for like a 1 month trade. It's $120. If I do one of them, I got $5,000. I can bring in $1,200 of cash for $25 a month. I can bring in these $1,200 hits, $500 hits, $300, $800. It kind of pays for itself kind of quickly on just one trade. That's what people around here do. But you decide yourself. You want to be a winner? Then join the winners. These are the winners right here. They're members. These are winners right here. Here's another one. Lorraine. Here's Samuel. Here's Stuart Longsdale. Jared, you want to make money writing options? Join these guys. I've been profitable ever since I joined this guy's channel. The memberships are free that way. They don't cost you anything. You actually make money being a member of this channel. If you're serious about becoming an option writer, become one of these guys. Join this family. If you become a Gold Bagel member, send me an email and tell me, Uncle Bruce, I'm a Gold Bagel member. This is what I call myself. This is my handle. You can verify that through the Gold Bagel membership role because you see every Gold Bagel member's name. I want to join the Discord chat group. I want to be part of that family. I want to talk to these writers right here. I want to be able to reach out to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with a question or two from time to time. Or I just want to see what they're talking about. I just want to be a fly in the wall and watch their discussions. What are they looking at writing this week, this month, and why? What are they not doing and why? Which are the best brokers that they like to use and why? What are the newest strategies to do and why? Because Bruce isn't on 24 hours a day. He's on Monday to Friday when the market is open in the morning. The rest of the time, I'd like to be part of the family of Gold Bagel members of his channel right here. And I'd like to be on the Discord group. There you go. You let me know. Brian, I just rolled my April 26 covered calls on ASTS to June 30th. And I brought in $1 credit per share to do it. So I lifted my strike price, $400 a contract. And I got $100 a contract to do it. I'm up $500 a contract. Well done. Welcome to the party, pal. This is another strategy that people around here figure out. This is paying for Gold Bagel membership for months and months and months. This might pay him actually this $500 gain on one contract. That is more than a year of Gold Bagel membership. $500 gain here is 2.5 classes. You do 10 of these positions, that's a $5,000 gain right there. You can't spend $5,000 on my classes. They're only $3,600. You can't. They're $200 each. How about that? John Gill, I've been a member for 45 months. 45 months I've been a member of this guy's channel. You think I'm going away anywhere? Oh, I don't think so. John, Gold Bagel member. Jarrett, Gold Bagel member. Thank you, all of you who are here as Gold Bagel members. Lorraine, Gold Bagel member. Sean, Gold Bagel member. Zeta State, Gold Bagel member. And Tom, Gold Bagel member. Thank you all. Chillin' members, thank you too. Please upgrade to Gold as soon as you can. Join the upper echelon anytime you're ready. We'd love to have you. But thank you all so very, very much for being here. Thumbs up meter continues to grow. Thank you for that. 147 thumbs ups. 53 away from hitting 200 thumbs ups on the session. Thank you all so very much for being a part of this channel. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. Richard Carlin is going, gold, Jerry, gold. That's right. Banya. Become a Banya. Gold, Jerry. It's gold. Do you ever wonder why they call Ovaltine Ovaltine? Why don't they call Ovaltine Roundtine? I mean, the jar's lid is round. The bottle is round. Why don't they call it Roundtine? Why do they call it Ovaltine? It's not shaped like an oval. Gold, Jerry. This is gold. Comedy gold, Jerry. Thank you. By the way, you owe me dinner. There you go. Oh my gosh. Fun stuff. Thank you all for joining in on us. We're up 500 on the Dow now. 500 points. We're up 81 on S&P. We're up 326 roughly on NASDAQ. That is 1.8% on NASDAQ, a gain of 1.45 on S&P, and a gain of 122 on the Dow. Very strong opening this morning. 35-cent gain on the oil price, 35 cents on a barrel, 68.63 for West Texas Intermediate right now. Gold, Jerry, gold. Thank you, John Gill. As always, my friend, I love getting your updates. I love it. Thank you all. A lot of folks update me with private emails, letting me know how they're doing, what they're up to. Way to go, kids. Taking the dough from the saps. How many gamblers out there are getting slaughtered? It is incredible. Way to take the money. 25.33 on GameStop, up 58. Rocket Lab up to 20.23, up 129. ASTS up 208 to 27.79. SoFi 13.42, up 55 cents. The Dow up 513 points. Rocketeer, during the turbulent stock market dip in the last 2 months, Uncle B, you were the voice of reason and gave all of us reassurance. I just want to say thank you. More than welcome. It's what we do. I look at the big picture, the down the road picture, because I'm attempting as hard as I can to keep you folks into a conservative option writing strategy. I'm desperately trying to keep you away from hot one-shot wonder moves, consistent, continuous income flows into your accounts, the opportunity to write covered calls for ungodly amounts of money, credit spreads that have no business doing what they're doing, money in your account up front. This is what casinos do in Vegas and every Indian reservation across the U.S. You have to put the money in the slot machine first, then you can gamble. That is how this option writing business works. You collect the money up front when you write options, and then you give a little bit of it back depending on the markets and the direction of the flows and your patience and your game plan. Nice. Thank you. Bobby, you had soup. Soup was the dinner. No, Jerry, soup is not a dinner. Soup is just an appetizer. You still owe me a dinner. Oh, all right. Seinfeld episodes. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Soup is not a meal. There you go. Soup is not a meal. Banya will say on Seinfeld. I love those episodes. Oh my gosh. I love the episode with Elaine confessing to Jerry that yeah, we had sex, but it wasn't that great. What do you mean? Well, you mean you faked it? Well, yeah. How many times did you fake it? Every time. What about the moaning, the panting, the screaming? Fake, 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 fake. And then later in the episode, she says, okay, I'll give you half an hour. Come on, let's go. We're friends. We can't have sex. No, Jerry, we have to have sex to save the friendship. And Jerry goes, sex to save the friendship. Well, if you gotta do what you gotta do. Classic episode. Oh my goodness. Sex to save the friendship. Fake, 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 fake. That's right, Tom. Charlie, I argue with my wife to this day about soup not being a meal. To this very day, soup is not a meal. Oh man. No soup for you. Oh, geez. Give me one more shot. Just give me one more shot. Hi, Auntie Jen. Oh my goodness. We're up 509 on the Dow Jones. We're up 85 points S&P. We're up 339 on NASDAQ. The run-up continues 27 minutes into the show. Welcome all. Oil up 41 cents a barrel. Congratulations, everybody. Do you crumble crackers in the soup? That could be a meal. Oh, I love nothing more than when I'm at a restaurant and I get chicken noodle soup. I like to crumble up the crackers, and they end up being a powder, and I love to put that into my soup. I do like that. Richard, good morning, Auntie Jen from Richard Carlin. There you go. She's saying hi. She already hears it. Welcome all to the program. SoFi is up 56 cents to $13.43. ASTS up 221, $27.92. Rocket Lab up $1.38 to $20.32. GameStop up 60 cents, $25.35. Earnings come out tomorrow night. AI up 95 cents to $23.58. All of you who have written cash secured puts on any of those in the last week or two are already grinning from ear to ear. Supermicro down 112 at 41.03, still riding a gain overall. Nvidia's up 261. Tesla's up $18. We got the Spider's up 887. The Q's up 933. We have Palantir up 515 to 96.12. MSTR up 17.20. Costco up $14. Coinbase up 7.20. We have a nice green wave happening this morning. Google's up 350. Apple up 193. Broadcom up 280. Microsoft up 75 cents. Intel up 24. Netflix up 625. Turn green on Netflix. Meta up $24.70. EI Lilly up $11. Amazon up $7. We got money coming in here. Uber up 117. Adobe up $9. We got Cisco up 98 cents. AMD up 339. Unity up 94. Enphase up 137. Spires are at 902, up 31 cents. Moderna up 65 cents. Pfizer still down 11. IBM up 394. HBQ up 45. Home Depot up 889. Vanex Semiconductors up 539. Goldman up 12.99 a share. Boeing up 392. Target up 192. JP Morgan up 515. Walmart up 111. Disney up 43. American Airlines up 28. DraftKings up 94. AMC's up a penny or two. Royal Caribbean up $7. It's a green market, more or less across the board. The question is, how are you doing on your cash secured puts? How are you doing on your credit spreads?
The question is why?
And the question is why? Well, we got arguments. We got stories on that. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Richard and JR. Jeff is saying, Auntie Jen, how's it going? Welcome all of you from around the world who watch us here. Thank you for letting us know how long you've been a member today. Some of you are now members over 42 months, over 45 months members of this channel. Thank you all for being here and being part of the familia. We love it.
How about those Canadian women curlers there?
Well, how about those world champion Canadian women's curlers, second year in a row, beating out Switzerland over the weekend?
I thought Switzerland won last year. No, we won last year.
Jen forgot.
Switzerland won the 3 years before that.
Swiss had won 3 years
And then
straight.
we won.
No.
And then Switzerland won the 3 years before that.
Canadians have won 2 years in a row. They're trying to get it back. Oh my. Andrea, I just put an order for a credit spread on Meta. I want to sell a 725 and buy a 730 expiring in 53 days. Let's see what happens on that trade. The Meta stock right now, as I slip up here, 618.80, and Andrea wants to write a 725, 730 spread. Very conservative, 53-day out. You bring in a nice premium if you can, and these lose half their value. The spread goes down by 50%. Andrea might just grab that money. You never know. Brian, I just rolled my Rocket Lab. April 4, $20 covered calls to May 16 expiry, 22s. And I brought in 70 cents a share. Wow, I'm loving this green. Haven't seen this in a while. So Brian has moved up $2 in premium. That's $200 a contract if he were to get exercised. More to him. And he took 70 cents additional cash, $70 overall. That's $270 per contract on those. Nicely done. Andrea, $64 credit is what comes in here. So you got $64 credit on a $500 trade. Way the hell out of the money. I mean, way out of the money. Beautiful move there. You just say, thank you, sir. May I have another? Come on up here to 725. Scare me. I dare you in 53 days. Don't think it's going to happen. Danielle, I've been a member of this man's channel for 26 months. Thank you, Daniel. Gold Bagel level member. Thank you, man. I appreciate this. Everyone out there, I gotta love it when you guys tell us how long you've been a member. It just shows the rest of the viewers out there, oh, why are these people $25 a month members of this man's channel? They must be, they can't be losing money if they're doing that. We have 151 thumbs ups, 49 to go, and we've got 200. Thank you, everybody. We've got answers to the poll question now. 242 of those. GameStop is now over 25 a share, Bruce. And with earnings coming out this week, I have a suspicion that the trades might trade over certain levels. 28 bucks a share, 67%. It's going over 28%. 30 a share, 17%. 35, 5%. 40 bucks a share, 11%. Something tells me if these shares are going to break 35, they're going to break 40, because if they break 35, that is already a move from the 21, 22 level a week or two ago to 35. That puts us at 40. It's on its way then right through 40, because there's something really happening. There would have to have been some kind of a roaring kitty something. There would have had to have been an announcement with their earnings. There would have to have been an announcement of some kind of a strategic alliance, a takeover, a merger, an acquisition, something going on that would have just exploded. And if we break 40, we're on our way to 50. I mean, there will be nothing to stop the stock. I mean, there's nothing now. It's trading at 25.35 on a volume of 1.1 million volume. I mean, my God, anybody trying to buy a couple million shares of GameStop, you're going to run this thing $3 a share. I don't see any stopping it. Unbelievable. It's a powder keg. I'm worried about the upside on GameStop. Not worried about the downside. I'm worried about the upside. Brian, I've been a member of this man's channel for 30 months, 2.5 years. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for coming on live every day. All the red lately, and you have been the calm voice in the storm. We all need it. I am still making money. Thank you for everything. There you go. And the market hasn't even recovered. We haven't gone back 8% gain on the S&P 500. There are people here going, I'm making money, and we're only up like a percentage and a half, not 8 or 10. We don't need all-time new record highs to make more money. We make more money just on slight recoveries. Whoa, we're the casino. We really are a casino. Oh my God, we're making money. Chillin' member, says Brian. Thank you, Brian, for your support of this YouTuber. Daniel, Gold Bagel member for 26 months. Thank you, Daniel, for that very much. Way to go, kids. Getting richer out there, taking the money from the saps.
Getting richer.
The casinos are getting richer. There you go. All mature people, of course. unlike your host who's gone parabolic. The big news of the day, it's not that big. It's unfortunate. 23andMe has declared bankruptcy. They are now in Chapter 11 receivership. Ann Wozniacki has resigned as the CEO, but has not resigned as the chairman of the board. And I know why. Because she owns a big block of the stock. And what she's going to do now is she's going to utilize the bankruptcy court proceedings as her way to take over this company. That's, I think, what's going to happen. And she's going to put in a stink bid to buy the company from the trustee of bankruptcy, and the shareholders will get virtually nothing. The board of directors have constantly rejected her offer for takeout bids because they've been woefully inadequate. And so she's decided, why don't we just put the company into receivership, into bankruptcy, and I'll buy it that way. And I think that's what's going to happen. I suspect that's her plan.
Receivers, okay?
Yeah.
Receivers look at things differently.
They do indeed.
Or the shareholder.
They do.
They have a different
They
set
do
of
indeed.
requirements.
Exactly right. It's a whole different ballgame. So 23andMe is a 90-something cents a share on NASDAQ. It will be delisted shortly. It will then go pink sheet, if anything, and it might not ever trade again. You've got to get out now. Get out. Just get out. Get out. Get out. If they reorganize and they come back and they do, then you can consider buying back into the reorganized whatever. But if they do a 100-for-1 rollback and they come out at $1 a share, that's a dime. Get out now and just get out. Just be done with it. That's the only thing. Andrea, I wouldn't be talking about CCSs, PCSs, CSPs, and so on if it wasn't for you, Uncle B. Chapeau to you. There you go. She knows the lingo, the lingio. Thank you so much and congratulations. We're up 68 cents on your GameStop. 25.44 is the trading range. On Friday, the stock could not reach $25. No way were the option writers and the gamblers in the option pit allowing GameStop to hit $25. Now it's $25.39, $25.60 today. No problem. Well, those contracts died. Don't have to worry about those. We're moving on. Interesting stuff. Brian, I have $25 and $28 covered calls expiring this week on GameStop. Please run. Take me out. Make me roll. Give me more money. Woo! There you go. Brian's got it figured out. There you go, Brian. Nice work. Nice going. And if the shares go higher, you can always roll these to go a month further out or 3 months further out and take a bigger premium at a higher strike. Take that money off the table and the shares back off, and you've written a bunch of 30s for Jan 26 and you've taken dollars off the table and they go back to 24 or 23.50 by the end of the week. You still don't care. I mean, you're just dollars and dollars heavier. It's up to you. However you want to play this game, man. It's however you want to do it. Giddy up, man.
It's going to be a hot day.
Hot around here. Oh, gosh, yes, we're into the 90s here today. We can feel the sun on our window here. Right now, it's 66 Fahrenheit in Palm Desert Branch Mirage. High today, 93. High tomorrow, 93. Wednesday, 92. So we're going to stick around here a little while. And then next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 80, 78. Rather pleasant. I don't mind the 90s either. In our friends in Calgary, high today of 51 Fahrenheit will be as expected. We're going to stay at 50, 51 for a couple more days. Next week, 47, 39, 42. Springtime, this is spring weather emerging in Calgary. That's what's beginning to happen over there. The Dow up 494, consistently strong all day today. Looks like Savage of Wall Street saying something to us. Boom! On Friday, I sold 5 SOXL $17 cash secured puts expiring in May. I sold them for $187, and I just bought those back for $111. Stinkers were triggered at $111. 40% profit in 1 day of trading. Is this how you do it? Is this how it's done, Bruce? I could wait for May, but nah, I'll just take 40% right now. 5 times 76 cents, $76 times 5, $385 profit, one trading day. Well, that pays for a year and a bit of Gold Bagel membership. That pays for, if you're doing classes, almost 2 classes. Not bad for 1 day of option earning. This was a nice little trade. Well done, my friend. Keep up the good work. Andrea, and when everybody around me says, I don't even know what you're talking about, it's priceless. I love this, Uncle Bruce. I'm talking a lingo my friends don't know. And I'm making money in this market. They don't know how I'm doing it. They are clueless and they worry about this and that and everything. I'm just sit back going, I write contracts and I'm a casino baby. Hand me the money. Oh, yeah. Savage Wall Street stock's up 7%. I'm up 40%. I like this game. I really do, Bruce. I'm up 40% writing cash you could puts when the stock goes up 7. Yeah, Uncle Bruce, I like this game. Oh, this is fun stuff. Giddy up, everybody. Well done. This is how folks in Wall Street travel in private jets. They do 100 of these at a time, 1,000 of these at a time. They do trades like this in the derivatives market, off the actual markets as well, trading millions and millions of dollars of stock, pulling in 30-40% profits, hauling in $5 million profit today, and flying a private jet for $8,000 an hour. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Just made $5 million on this trade. I'm going to fly for 5 hours to LA from New York. So what? Book me my room at the Ritz-Carlton, and I'm going to take the family to Universal Studios this weekend and drop 5 Gs. So, anybody going to stop me? Unbelievable world out there, guys. Trying to get you to just join part of it from your side of it. I love it. How much do I need for 5 or 10 of this? 5 to 10 of this. I mean, what do I need to do? There you go. Nicely done, Savage. Obviously, each contract cost he needs $1,700 to do each contract. $17 contracts. So he did 5, $8,500. He made a quick 300 something in 1 day on his return. Thank you, he's saying. And let's move on to the next trade. Yeah.
Let's move on to the next bagel.
Well, how about moving on to the next grape jelly bagel right here on the stock markets with Bruce.
Out of a brand new, well, almost brand new jelly jar.
Batch, a jelly jar and a new batch of bagels coming in.
There's not much better in the world than cracking open that new jar of peanut butter. And back in the day, I think it was Kraft, used to have a peanut. There was a peanut right in the middle.
There used to be a peanut.
There's no peanuts anymore.
They cheaped out.
Yeah.
They cheapened out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
And I now have to, look at the ingredients and buy a peanut butter that isn't full of 5-syllable words.
The artificial ingredients that the USA is famous for.
They keep me from having to stir my peanut butter.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll stir the peanut butter.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Larry Titus, bagel, jelly. There you go.
Hey, Larry.
We're up 508 on the
Welcome
down.
to another week.
Another week of fun.
Monday
I like this game. Cindy, or the peanut butter with all the oil on the top.
Yes. Have you seen? There's a woman who, I think she's insane, but she puts a whisk onto her mixer and stresses that you have to hold on to the jar really tight. And then puts the whisk in and turns it off.
Don't let the jar get away from you.
To whisk the oil through the peanut butter. But she says once you do that, you don't have to mix anymore. It's a one and done situation. But I can't. You have to have someone else holding the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's 2.
Yeah. One hand is not going to cut it.
One might not do it. Oh my.
We have shadows today. See?
Yeah.
Oh, there I
We
am.
sure do.
Hello. There's the Queen's Wave. See that? See, I'm behind you. I'm a ghost.
Royalty.
Ghost. Well, I'm simple enough. I could do this for hours.
Easily entertained for hours. Come on. We're up 519. We're up 520 on the Dow. We're going higher. We're going higher. We're up 85 on S&P. We're up 331 on NASDAQ. Go. I want to say something. I'm always scouring news and info, and saw an article on Saturday about what 5 investors are doing with this dip in the market. What have they been up to? And the article contacted 5 average Americans, I guess. And one said, I'm not doing anything. I'm just I'm folding my arms, and I'm going to let my portfolio do what it does. And the individual was into ETFs that were index ETFs, so following the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and they weren't doing anything. Another interviewee said, I've been nibbling up. I've been buying up some stocks that I'm into. I constantly do this. I just slowly put so much money in every month, and I just buy stock, whatever it's trading at. I'm just an average dollar cost averaging kind of person. And right now I'm buying on these dips, and I keep acquiring shares for the long term. And another one said, I shifted out. I sold a bunch of stock in the last 2 weeks, and I'm just sitting on cash right now. And I put it into some bond funds, and I'm going to get 4% interest for like the next 3 to 6 months, and I'll see what happens. Can't remember what the other person did. No one, period, option ruled. The word option trading wasn't even in the article. No one talked about writing options against ETFs, writing options against stock that they have, doing credit spread trading, cash secured put writing where they sold their stock and wrote cash secured put. Not a single. So here's 5 average people. Not one of them are option writers. And there you go. They're showing you here how exclusive you are, how rare an individual you actually are. It's unbelievable. And this is the happiest channel on the internet. I mean, this is the happiest channel on YouTube when we have days like this. People are laughing, telling jokes, quoting Seinfeld episodes. Gold, Jerry, gold. Soup is not a meal. Fake. Must have sex to save the friendship. Okay, if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. That is what we do around here when we have days like today. And the rest of the market is going, oh, I sure hope it comes back. We're still down 7% from the lows. I sure hope we can get back to where we were. Oh, what's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with that? Should I sell all my stock? What should I do? Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't want to be that person. I really don't want to be that person. Bobby Atkinson, hey, flip the jar upside down, or when you're not using it so the oil soaks into the butter naturally. You're to stir up that peanut butter oil's dry as all heck if you don't do it. It's so maybe just have it, just put it upside down.
But I don't think, well, maybe if you put like a cling wrap before you put the lid on, because I don't know how tight the lid is.
Oh,
This oil is like water. It has a way.
See? Problems. Oh, Savage of Wall Street has another message for us.
Uh-oh, another boom. Yeah.
Got to get ready for this.
Yes, you don't want to spray the screen.
Boom! On Friday, I sold 10 Clean Spark $7 cash secured puts that expired June for $1.13. My stinkers to buy them back, just triggers, and I got them back for 85 cents. 24% in one trading day. Boom! I'll kindly take another $280 for my troubles. Thank you, gamblers. The funny thing that I love about how he does this, he brings in 300 here, 250 here, 400 here, $180 here, $300 here. He just cobblestone together thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of wins from all kinds of small positions all over the place. And I like how you do it. Oh, here we go. Bam! On the other side, my stinkers just triggered to sell 10 Clean Spark and $9 covered calls, expiring June for $1.15. Thank you. May I have another? It all started with class number 1, damn it. Buy the damn classes, you people. Thank you, Savage, for just letting everyone know in his own subtle way. Buy his glasses. There you go. Well done, and keep up the good work. There you go. So $280 profit on that trade, and now he's taking in $1,150 in cash from writing call options. The stock backs off a little bit. Those calls go down to 80 cents. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to buy them back. He's going to make $350 on that side. Then what? He's going to write some cash secured puts. He's going to bring in another bunch of money. Here we go. Unbelievable. You know, the other day, Jen and I were in our Costco store. And when you walk in, if you're a regular Costco shopper, you're very familiar with the fact that the first 100 feet you walk in, the TV section is right there. I mean, it's right in your face. And you're looking at screen after screen after screen after screen of these TVs that are all running some kind of a presentation. And below those screens, on the bottom are all these boxes of televisions ready to go, ready to go. 42 inches, 50-inch TVs, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75-inch screens, 80-inch screens, 85s, 100. There they go across the board. I walk into a Costco store and I'll see a $700, I'll see a 70-inch television for $699 or $599, say $600. And I'll stand there and go, oh, Credit Savage hauled in like $6,000 last week. He could buy 10 of those. And I then count how many boxes that is. How big do you need a truck to be to buy 10 $700 televisions or $600 televisions? Unbelievable. I just, that's what blows my mind. Or you walk by the outdoor furniture section, which we have here right now because it's hot outside here. Maybe in Canada you don't have outdoor furniture yet, but soon. Here at the Rancho Mirage Costco, they have an outside patio set. You get a table with an umbrella through it. And it's a big, huge table. Some of these tables are like 6 feet by 6 feet, and they have a fire pit in the middle of them. Like, they're really nice. And then you got a couch, a love seat, and 2 regular type chairs, all padded, that you can rock in back and forth. And the whole set is $1,500. The whole thing, $1,600, $2,000. And I look at that and go, oh, I know a whole bunch of viewers last week alone that made more than that. They could buy one of these anytime they wanted. Unbelievable. That's impressive. And I thought, well, you need a truck for this. Look at how many boxes you need to buy this thing. Unbelievable. Pretty awesome. Lisa, Lunar had a good earnings today. Stock's up 20%. My Jan 26 750 cash kit put is green. I'm so happy to hear that. One.
That's a little fun.
That's the outfit that landed the lander on the moon and fell over. Remember? Well, that's those guys. One. Am I the only weirdo that also screams, boom, when Uncle Bruce reads Savage's comments? Or do all of you do that? Crazy 49er. I need an app that copies Savage's trades. Blair in Germany, cash kit puts NR11 would then pay for the truck for all of them. At least there's a $50 installation fee available as well. Giddy up, man. Boom! Love it. GameStop, 25.51. Holding its own. GameStop high today, 25.70. 1.4 million traded. SoFi, 13.35 up 48. ASTS still up $1.90 at 27.60. Rocket Lab 20.04 up 110. GameStop up 75. AI up 78. We got some gains here. Giddy on up. Zed, I can write 20 GameStop covered calls. Last week it was suggested to wait, so would we right now or wait? Well, depends how you want to play this game. If you want to do a $30 right and go out in time to grab as much premium as humanly possible on an out-of-the-money call, that is a strategy you can deploy. January 26s, I don't even know what they're going for. You'll have to tell me what is a $30 contract going for on a Jan 26th. I know the 27s were like 7 something. 35s were 550, like 550 for 35s. What? I don't know. Can you get $6 something for a 30? $650? That's unbelievable. There's some nice premiums you can get your hands on these further out contracts for GameStop. It's just a matter of how you want to play it. Because if you do write out of the money calls and get ridiculous premiums, you're going to win on the depreciation. But if the stock wants to back off $3 or $4, even if it goes to 23, 24, you may find that you're already up $1.50, $2 in every contract already. Let me take a peek here now at Jan 26. The 30s are anywhere from 6 to 625 now. 27s are 680, 690. I'd write the 30s. 32s are around 580 fair value, and the 35s are more like 518. I'd be looking at the 30s and take the $600+ per 20% of the value of the stock can be handed to you for a contract out of the money by $450 a contract, $450 a share out of the money, and you get 20% on that contract. If you've got cash secured puts written out there to 2027, and you write these for 2026, you're taking in serious money. Okay, if you want to go further in, May, the third Friday of May, you could write 30s will get you about $1.65. 28s will get you $2. You want to go to June, you can get for 28s $3.25, and for 30s almost $2.80 for just June expiry. So that's not a bad one either. There's all kinds of juicy options available to be written if you were to do this. And of course, if you can do, in the case of Z Estate, you could do 20 contracts at 3 something a pop. That's 6 G's US in your hands. Not a bad little cash hit. Thank you very much. $5.50, 30 rights. Buying back my GameStop put spreads, hopefully today, up 70%. Zed, it's 12 grand cash. American money. That's $1 million Canadian dollars. It's huge. Nice. Takes care of a couple of BMW payments for darn sure. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome onto the program. Fun times. What is going to happen this next week? Should be something. 531 gain on the Dow. Can't deny it. It's up 531. S&P up 87 practically now, and we're up 355 on NASDAQ. That's almost 2% on NASDAQ. 1.5 on S&P and 1.26 on the Dow. That's higher. Oil up 59 cents a barrel right now. This 12 grand would pay off my Beamer. All from option premiums. Well, you've got choices, my friend. Delicious choices. I got one right here. Grape jelly bagel on a sesame seed bagel. Delicious choice. Z Estate could pay off his Beamer. Not bad. Not bad. Thank you all for joining in. I hope you're having fun. One last piece of this toasted bagel. Absolutely delicious. Thanks again for these, for the thumbs ups today. The last I saw, we had 151 of them. We're now showing a thumbs up meter of 164, 36 away from 200. Can you help me out and hit that thumbs up button while we're still on the air? 36 of you, can you find that thumbs up button? Nail that thing for me right now. Help me out. Get me to 200. The poll question of the day, 263 of you have done that one. Boy, I would love to have 263 thumbs ups. GameStop's now 25. It's over 25 a share with earnings coming out tomorrow. I think it's going to be over $28 a share this week. 66% think so. $30 this week, 17%. $35, 5%. $40 a share this week, Bruce. 11% are thinking that. Well, I'll tell you, I would be happy with any of those or beyond. Certainly on the upper end, that would be really great. We'll figure it out. Thank you again for thumbs ups today. Thank you for joining us. Loving it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, Rocket Lab is holding its own. 2015. SoFi up 54, GameStop up 76. Thank you very much. $25.56 on GameStop, up 81. $25.60 on your GameStop. We're on the move. We just jumped like 15 cents. Something's going on. Little buy wave coming in. Up 84 now. Volume on GameStop is now 1.49 million. Still light. It's moving up. Deep value. Let's get this guy to 200 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Geo Designer, hey, here's a donation for you. Uncle Bruce help. What happens with 23andMe stocks now with the bankruptcy news? Should I sell whatever I have for whatever money? Shareholders receive zero. Get out. Just get out. Sell it. That's what I do. Sell it now. Just take the money and run. Whatever you can get for it. 87.8 cents a share. Sell it. Yeah, get out. I have no faith in the upside of the stock because it's in bankruptcy court now. So that means liquidation. And that cannot be good for shareholders. Not at all. So take the opportunity and just write it off. Call it a write-off and move on. Sean, Tesla's up 10% this morning, 300 or higher for a cash secured CCS call credit spread. Oh, what kind of a call credit spread should you write? Where are we at now? Hang on. I'm trying to rearrange this here. Tesla 273 up $25. You got to be over 300. 310, 320. You got to be definitely higher. Yeah, not lower. When is the GameStop earnings? Tomorrow after the bell. Deep value tomorrow close. There's Ed. Thank you, everybody. Watching and following. GameStop right now, 25.55 at the moment. We're certainly happy. We're certainly happy with the uptick from 21.22. The volume isn't massive, but that's an interesting indicator that we move up this much with virtually no volume. We'll see what happens. Speculation continues right up until earnings. All right. 512 gain on the Dow, SoFi now 1336, ASTS at 2750, Rocket Lab 2010, GameStop 2553, AI 2336. So these are all higher prices that we've been watching lately. Nice little bounce up so far. NASDAQ up 342 points, almost 2% higher on the session. There you are, everyone. We have lots to follow and lots to watch for. Again, thanks again to those of you who've been here the whole time, been following this channel for several years now as members, letting everyone know how long you've been a member of this channel. Thank you all so very much for that. And 176 thumbs ups. Oh my, that is beautiful. 176 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. We're 24 away from 200. Absolutely a beautiful thing. Appreciate it. All right. That's the story, and we're going to keep an eye on this as we keep moving forward. Keep the votes coming in on the poll question and hit that thumbs up button. Get us to 200 if you can. We would really appreciate 200 thumbs ups on an up day like today. Get richer, kids. Please get richer. 120 gain on Rocket Labs, 54 on SoFi, 80-cent gain on GameStop now. Spire up 17. Apple up 134. Tesla up $24. Microsoft up 89 cents. Alphabet up 338. Amazon up 669. Nvidia 309. Meta $23 gain. Supermicro down 87 cents. ASTS up 186. AI up 78, Palantir up 485 at 95.80 a share. MicroStrategy 2140 higher, Unity up 91, Goldman up 1583, Cisco up 76, Spiders are up 917, the Qs are up 890, Netflix negative again down 450, Pfizer down 25 cents, ARC up 238, IBM up 304, Uber up 63, HPQ up 18 cents, Home Depot up 991, Vanik Semiconductors up 620, Adobe up 765, and Enphase up 129 at the moment. Keep up the good work, everybody. Take the dough from the gamblers as casinos and just grab this cash. Thank you again for your support. All right, I'm going to call it a day here. Ed, I wrote a 295 300 call credit spread on Tesla Friday gas, but let's see where this goes. Keep an eye on that. If you can do a roll up, if you can roll up to a higher strike and a week further out and it doesn't cost you any dough, I'd be doing that. Even if it's 2 weeks, go up $10 on each of those positions, roll up. Nothing wrong with that trade, really. Savage Wall Street, babe! Stinker just triggered on Tesla. I sold at one $300 covered call expiring Jan 26, and some SAP just gave me $55 for this. Wow, I'm truly a kind man. Mother Teresa Savage, is this real life? Wow, $5,500 on one contract for $300 a share. Wow. Savage of Wall Street, assign me, take me out, take those Tesla shares from me, laughing out loud. My average is $170 since I was put those shares from a 190 cash secured put. I received $20 for, laughing out loud. Is this how it's done? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm wondering, is this how you make money? Charlie, thank you, Bruce. Have a great day to everybody. Thanks, Charlie. Splair, have a relaxed day, everybody. Savage, just keep making the money. Just keep taking the dough, taking the dough, taking the dough. They're handing it to you. You can't not accept these absolute gifts. Unbelievable. I love it. 25.53 on GameStop, not backing away. Doesn't seem to want to back away. There's some premiums being offered here on some of those contracts. That might be a good move for some of you guys. You got to decide whether you want to take these premiums right now. Why not? Nothing wrong with it. If you have to roll, you have to roll. I mean, so what? Big problem. Right 30s and you have to roll to 35s. Oh no, the hardship. You'll be fine. Well done, kids. Keep up the solid work today, everybody. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for letting the channel know, everyone on the channel, what you're up to, where you're at. Appreciate you all being here. And again, thank you for taking the poll question today. We'll see you here tomorrow morning, here at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. If you're a Gold Bagel member, we'll be together at 8. And we'll keep an eye on this market for the balance of the session here today, as we always do. Join me tonight on TWB, Traveling with Bruce, my other channel. We'll have some live trivia tonight. We always have a good time Monday nights. We'll have some fun with that. You want to kind of let off some steam and just relax. Otherwise, join me tomorrow morning, and we'll get back at it. Let's see if we can get you. We'll get you a little richer. Savage of Wall Street. I am still buying back cash secured puts. It's going to be a busy day today. Neat, and cheers from Snow Moon. Thank you, Snow Moon. Savage, I'm going to need a vacation, man. I need a vacay. Boom! Close to Unity. Cash secured puts. Giddy up there, Savage. Taking dough left, right, center, everywhere else. I like this game. I think Savage likes this game too. Keep up the good work, everyone. We'll talk to you later on. Have a wonderful day. Jen and I are going to say goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Bye!